Oops, I already read Living Dead Girl. Let's change it up.
A little update. I already read this book, Living Dead Girl, and I really liked it. So I'm going to put it in my red box pile. But I updated it and changed my week of the 13th book as Hexis. So I'm going to start her today. Again, have no idea what it's about, going in blind. Not even going to read the synopsis. But it's another thin book, so I feel confident I can get through this today. Not today, this week. I took some new medication and I'm a little out of it.
So I started Hexis by Charlene Espy. It has really deep margins and the wording is small, so I am using my Orcam to have it read to me the book. So I have started. I'm just going to do one chapter today, and then the rest of the week I'm going to try to do 2 chapters so that way I can be done by this Sunday. So let me see, let me get Orcam oriented. You're not going to be able to hear it because it's done by bone conduction, so noise that goes through the back of my ear to my ear bone that I'll be able to hear. I didn't know what he was thinking, but he did sit down beside me. I saw that he really had pinned quite a few hopes on this day going well, that he too had suffered, and that he wouldn't allow this night to end without my allowing it to happen, somehow during the deciding factor, but I didn't know how to do that for him. Instead, I took the pen out of my pocket and aimed it for his eyeball. This time things went better for me. When I picture what would have happened when the pin went in his eye socket, I thought it would be much louder. I thought that surely some deafening wail of pain and realization would emerge from him, and that he would surely wake some neighbors, the ones with the watchful eyes, and I mentally took stock of all their possible lines of sight to where we were, hidden not well by the iron railing on the bridge on one side, but better by the concrete barrier on the other. But all that came out of him was an odd gump, like he was trying to get the pin out of his eye socket by breathing in too fast and inflating his head, such that it would become an inhospitable environment to pins, like when a balloon fought back against an impending pop by increasing a resistant force on whatever sharp impediment it was that threatened its existence, before it finally gave in and exploded. But he was not a balloon. Man, oh man, have no freaking idea what's going on. I just kind of jumped into 2 people, a man and a woman. Don't have idea what their name is. All I know is in the past, he did something fucked up to her, and she's definitely paying him back. And I guess we're trying to talk with reconciliation, but that didn't work. Wow. Kapasa, what's going on?
Guys, so yesterday I was only supposed to read 1 chapter. I only read 1 page, so I got some catching up to do if I want to. This is a thin book, so I should be able to get through it by the end of this week so I can start my last book of the month for October, my TBR. Okay, so I'm on chapter 3. So each chapter, this chick is killing dudes left and right. The first chapter, she killed a man by like freaking stoning him to death in his face. The second one, she went to his house and shot him in the face. Is she a psychopath? Is she a serial killer? Did these men do something? Like, there's an undercurrent of trauma, but I don't know what it is. But is each chapter about her killing a different guy? In chapter 4, I think our main character, we don't know her name. She is off her rocker. I don't think she's tethered to reality. Third chapter, she killed another man she picked him up from a coffee shop or like a restaurant and stabbed him. But it's so weird. Like, she interweaves like really weird mundane things with murder. Like the 3rd chapter, she was talking about sweaters and kept using the word sweater over and over and over again. It was kind of annoying. And about driving to get the sweater because they didn't have her size at one store. So the clerk called another store and it's a whole did. And she even liked the sweater. But I don't know. That's what it was like. And then she intermingles it with thoughts of whatever trauma she had 18 years ago. She sees every man as this person that harmed her, I think. Again, don't know what happened, but I know it happened 18 years ago. And she hates men. She really does hate men. And she has unhinged thoughts, like racing thoughts. That's what it reminds me of. You're inside of a mind that's crazy. And she has racing thoughts of the mundane, of day to day, and then murder. It's the weirdest combination.
Drop all the euphemisms, drop all the legalese. What they are talking about here is guaranteed all-white rule, again, in Alabama, in Mississippi, in South Carolina, in Louisiana. I mean, you think about how diverse those states are. What they're talking about reimposing, going back to, is guaranteed all-white rule in states that have huge, huge populations of black voters.
So, had to come on and do a speaking video. I do follow politics. I'm a Democrat. Supreme Court. God, Jesus. God, if there's any time to bring your Messiah back down, it's now. The world's on fire. We're on the 7th level of hell. They're really going to overturn the Civil Rights Voters Act of 1965. Racism is real, guys. Reverse racism is not real. Black Lives Matter. Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, all the pioneers that we know fought for this. Lyndon Johnson, the president, signed it into law. Are you guys that afraid of progression, diversity? We have justices, lifetime assignments, right? We have fucking justices in there saying, anything about race should have a time limit. Racism isn't real. You just saying that proves it. I can't believe it. I was talking, I'm seriously looking at different countries to move to. United States is just not safe. Yeah, I know this year is about to close. We got 2 more months. You think you only got 3 years left of Trump? This is just the first year, guys. Medicare, Medicaid, gone. Gutted. Education, gutted. Disability protection, gutted. Guys, I don't... Do you hate people that much? Are you so self-centered? You can't look beyond yourself. You have absolutely no empathy or sympathy for anybody else that looks different than you. I live in the South. I live in Texas. We were looking into maybe building in a year or so. Can't do that in a red state. It's not safe. Can't do that. Women's rights gone. Everything's gone. Oh, Thanksgiving? All those people in the red states that really, really rely on EBT and SNAP benefits? They're gone. He's not going to... This fucking, shutdown of the government? What the fuck? Are we on the, upside down? Did we all die in COVID and we're all in fucking hell right now? Kids, food, water, and shelter.
Those are not privileges, those are rights. Give it to the people. We pay taxes not for the president to hoard it. You have to pay what we put our tax money into. What, you don't want the black vote, but you definitely want our money in taxes. I hate it here. Every single black leader we had, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, all of them are turning in their graves right now. Racism exists, guys. Reverse racism does not exist. When have you ever had an opportunity taken away from you because of the fucking color of your goddamn skin?
Coming up, just to discuss the current status of Hexis. Only made it to chapter 4, page 38. And the size of this book, I should be done with it by now. Actually, if I want to stay on track for my October TBR, I have to be done with this by tomorrow. I honestly about to DNR this. I am not enjoying this at all. The main character, don't know any of the characters' name, no backstory. Obviously, she is either a psychopath, she's something, she's mentally off, she's a man-eater, literally. She kills random men in her life that she comes across that just triggers her somehow, and the triggers are very, very small. She talks in circles, she has racing thoughts. You can definitely see the state of her mind is really, really, really deteriorated and getting worse and worse. I really hope she gets caught in this book. Because she don't play anything, she just kills these guys and she gets away with it. No witnesses, no nothing. And somehow she overpowers all these men as well. The men have no voices, there's absolutely no narration. This is basically a book of her thoughts, and her thoughts are disjointed. I'm gonna try not to DNR this so bad because it's such a small book, but before I get my Goodreads rating on this, you already know this is going in the pile of giveaway. I'm not keeping this book at all. I do not like it at all. But let's see if I can push through and make it and get this done by tomorrow.
So this is my blind girl sunglasses because they fit over my prescription glasses. And they have a thicker temple where it's a side shield. Yeah. I'm pushing through. I'm into the week that I'm supposed to be on my last book for October. That's okay. I got a little time before October ends, so I think I'll still meet my goal. Hexis, you already know how I feel about this book, but I went from chapter 4. Now I'm on chapter 8, and this only has 10 chapters, so I should be done with this. Today is Tuesday. I should be done with it tomorrow. Thank God. This is definitely going in the pile of giveaway. Okay, sorry about the lawnmower, the cutting down the brush. But anyway, let's start chapter 8 so you can hear what I'm saying. The worst thing about children was that just about anyone could have them. There was something to be said for the things that not everybody could do, I thought. I thought about how inauthentically people recognized at once the fact that their children were not the only children in the world, nor even close to the objectivity best children, yet they loved those children as if they were the best things in the world. That was a strange equation for value. There was a strange equation for value in general when it came to children. Have children, an older woman had once told me when I was working in an office entering data. Have children, she said, as if she was imparting some kind of secret knowledge that I myself did not know. You were supposed to... Made it to the end. Have 10 more pages. Don't have to wait to wrap it up. 1 out of 5 stars. Did not like this book. Going to put it in a giveaway pile. It's about a female serial killer. Obviously, she had some type of trauma with a young boy that she was dating. She keeps describing him as skinny, with bags under his eyes, never gets any sleep, with dirty blonde curly hair. Yeah. She talks in circles. She has racing thoughts. I think she's a teacher at like a collegiate level
either the way that she talks, either she's in the sciences or mathematical, because everything is like A plus B equals C, therefore C equals A plus B. You know what I mean? She kills random man that she keeps thinking that is this young boy that whatever did to her. Never know. Don't know anybody's name, don't know her name. She just have hallucinations. Her border of reality and fantasy is very skewed. I think there's a body in the backyard of where she's living under a tree. She's killed people in the bathtub. She used strangulation. She's frivolous with sex. She has like no real connection to herself or her well-being. She is a man eater through and through, but I think, and she makes things in her mind that she makes true. I don't know if all these men look like her boyfriend or she forces them to look like her boyfriend, and she's kind of indiscriminate of who she kills. There was one chapter where, she had sex with this young man years ago, but for some reason she thought his essence was still inside of her waiting and made her pregnant all of a sudden, and then she started stabbing her stomach to self-abort. I think that was a hallucination because the next chapter she was talking about something else, but did not like it. I love disturbing horror, but I didn't care about her, and I didn't care about the people she interacted with. There was no story to tell me what her trauma was that made her the way she was. Thinking in circles, hallucinating, being a serial killer, psychopath, sociopath. I think she was both. So, 1 out of 5 stars on my Goodreads. I would not recommend, but if you guys read it, tell me what you think. Bye, guys.
So I have my ore cam on, so I'm going to wait till he gets to the part. A skinny but broad-shouldered teenager with dark blonde, close-cropped curly hair, dimples and bags around his eyes from not sleeping, never sleeping. Yep, that's the guy that ruined her life, that made her a serial killer, killing every man left and right. And she has no plan. It's very like in the heat of the moment. She develops a plan right then and there. Nothing's premeditated or really thought out. She's just driven by her madness, and not sure how she did not get caught yet. She's not a smart criminal at all. There's a chapter about her cleaning out her tub because she killed a guy, sliced him up with a knife in her tub, but bleach and washing the blood down the drain, nothing like really scientific about it. I think luminol would still glow, but anyway, didn't like it.